Welcome to the 5-Minute Prime Podcast. Quick, actionable tips to master personal finance and real estate investing. In just 5 minutes a day, we'll help you build wealth and achieve financial freedom. Hey Prime investors, Martin Maxwell here, and welcome back to the 5-Minute Prime Podcast. This is episode 68. All right, we've been on quite a world tour. We've explored the lifestyle plays in Europe and the high-yield, high-headache markets in Latin America. Today, we're heading to a place that breaks all the rules, a market that is truly a contrarian's choice, Japan. When you think of international real estate, Japan probably isn't the first place that comes to mind. It's not a high-growth speculative play. It's a game of stability, quality, and a completely different way of looking at value. So today, we're going to unpack the unique mindset and the on-the-ground mechanics of investing in one of the world's most fascinating and misunderstood property markets. So what's the investment thesis for Japan in 2025? It's not about chasing rapid appreciation. It's about a few powerful, unique drivers that are creating a very specific window of opportunity. The first and most compelling is the weak yen. As of right now, the Japanese yen is at a multi-decade low against the US dollar. This is a massive currency arbitrage play. It means that for an American investor, everything in Japan is effectively on sale. A property that might have cost you $400,000 a few years ago could be closer to $280,000 today, simply because of the exchange rate. That is a huge immediate advantage. The second driver is the return of inflation. For the first time in decades, Japan is seeing modest, sustained inflation. After 30 years of deflation where prices were stagnant or falling, this is a monumental shift. For property owners, inflation can be a powerful tailwind, potentially leading to the steady appreciation of asset values over the long term. And finally, there's the core appeal of stability and safety. Japan is one of the safest, most politically stable countries in the world with an incredibly high quality of life. For an investor looking to diversify their portfolio, with a stable, high-quality asset, Japan offers a sense of security that's hard to find elsewhere. Now, before you even think about looking at listings, you have to understand the most critical, non-negotiable mindset shift required to invest in Japan. It's a complete mental rewiring of how you view property value. In the US, we're obsessed with the house itself. The building is the primary asset. In Japan, for the most part, the building is a depreciating asset and the land is the real prize. Japanese tax law formalizes this. Wooden homes are often fully depreciated for tax purposes in just 22 years. Reinforced concrete buildings in 47 years. This is why you see so many older homes for incredibly low prices. The market values them at or near zero. The entire value is in the land underneath. This is a world away from the gold-plated flips we talked about avoiding, where the focus is all on the finishes of the house. In Japan, the focus is on the quality and location of the land. So who is this for? The investor profile for Japan is very different. First, you have the stability seeker. This is an investor who wants to park capital in a safe, first world economy and is more concerned with wealth preservation than with speculative gains. Second, the currency strategist. This is someone who sees the current weak yen as a historic buying opportunity and is making a tactical play on the exchange rate. And third, there's the Akiya investor. Akiya are vacant or abandoned homes, and Japan has millions of them, especially in rural areas. You see these online for incredibly low prices, sometimes just a few $1,000s, but let's be real. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. Most of these cheap Akiya require massive renovation, sometimes costing $100,000 or more, to make them livable and safe. This is a high-engagement, hands-on venture for someone with capital, a love for Japanese culture, and a vision for bringing an old property back to life. Okay, so you've got the mindset and you fit the profile. How do you actually get a deal done? The process is surprisingly open to foreigners, but it has its own unique steps. First, assemble your team. You absolutely need a bilingual real estate agent who has experience working with foreigners. They are your guide through the cultural and linguistic nuances. And instead of a lawyer in the traditional sense, the key professional here is a judicial scrivener. They are legally empowered to handle the property registration and ensure the title transfer is done correctly. Second, the purchase process. It typically starts with a letter of intent to show you're a serious buyer. This is followed by a deep due diligence phase where you'll review the explanation of important matters, a document that details everything about the property's legal status. Finally, you sign the purchase agreement. Third, and this is a big one, is financing. Getting a mortgage in Japan as a non-resident American is very difficult, but not impossible. Most major Japanese banks will only lend to permanent residents. However, a few banks, like Prestia and Suruga Bank, have programs for non-residents, but the requirements are strict. You'll likely need a high income, a significant down payment, often 30-50%, and you may even need to speak some Japanese. For most American investors, Japan is effectively a cash purchase market, or you'd need to secure financing from a U.S. lender against your assets back home. And fourth, the costs. On top of the purchase price, budget for an acquisition tax of 3 to 4%, plus stamp duty and registration fees. Annual property taxes are relatively low, often around 0.3% to 0.5% of the market value. Okay, what did we learn here? Investing in Japan is a unique, contrarian play. It's not about quick flips or high cash flow. It's a long-term strategy built on stability, quality, and a favorable currency environment. It's a world away from becoming a lien lord or investing in high-yield notes. This is about owning a tangible piece of a first-world economy. It requires a deep appreciation for the culture, a willingness to navigate a different system, and a fundamental shift in how you perceive real estate value. But for the patient, well-capitalized investor, it offers a powerful way to diversify a portfolio and own a piece of a truly remarkable country. Now, your challenge today, this one is fascinating. Go to a Japanese real estate portal that has an English interface like realestate.co.jp. I want you to search for a 10-year-old house and a 30-year-old house in the same neighborhood outside of central Tokyo. Pay close attention to the price. You'll likely see that the price difference is much smaller than you'd expect in the US. This simple exercise will give you a real, tangible feel for that core principle. In Japan, you're paying for the land, not the age of the building. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Martin Maxwell. Keep learning, stay strategic, and keep building one smart move at a time.